This is 9-9 on the 9th, which is fun because it's rolling with the accurate stuff. And this is using the percent and proportions equation. So we have two definitions here. We have principal. Can you guys read that okay?
Yeah.
Here, Oops, that's not it. Let's take this one. Oop. There we go. There we go. A little bit better, yeah?
It's the color, apparently.
Principal is the amount borrowed or the amount still owed on a loan from interest. Interest, money paid regularly at a particular rate for the use of money lent. Oh, do you have your work from last night's homework? I want to see. Perfect. Okay, good. So here's what's going on. This is definitely a real life situation. How many of you have family members that work in finance or mortgages or banking and stuff like that? Yeah, it's a pretty big business. So the principal, as it says here, amount borrowed or the amount still owed on a loan. So the way that it works is if you don't have the money to do something, whether it's buy a house, buy a car, or get dinner, you borrow money. Okay, so that is called principal. Then there is interest. Interest is the way for money borrowers, so they borrow money out, okay? It's a way for them to make money. It's a way that all credit card companies make money. It's a way that all finance places that you buy your car from make money. It's the same way that banks make money when they have a mortgage through them. It's saying, hey, we're letting you use this money that you don't have. We're giving you all this money, and to pay us back, you're gonna give me more money than you took out. That's what interest is. Okay, it's the more money that you pay at a percentage through time. So there's interest. I'll go 75. 75. Interest. Where is my? Here it is. Interest is calculated using principal times the interest rate and time. So that time could be monthly, which is every month, annually, which is every year. Okay? There's also a proportion for this. There's also a proportion for this, which would be this, the interest principal is equal to the interest rate over 100. So this is the proportion for finding one of those things. Now, solve each problem using the percent proportion. This is the same exact stuff we've been doing. So we want to find 36% of 65. We have a percent right away. Oops. So that's going to go over 100. Then it says of 65, of goes in the denominator. Like that. Now, we have done this for weeks now. You have a test on it coming up. Yeah. Yes, this will be a situation where we're doing the cross product. Exactly. So it's cross product here, here, and we're going to get 100x equals, so we do, then I go to my scratch paper on my test and do 36 times 65. I'm going to do a bigger number on top, though. 36 times 65. Okay. So I did 33 or 36 times 65, and I got 2,340. I'm going to divide each side by 100, and because of all the practice that we've been doing with percentages, all I need to do is just move my decimal point 2 to the left, and I get 23.4 as my answer. Okay? That's the only one we're going to work out. That was just for if somebody's watching this YouTube video and they wanted to, we get a reminder of that. Then we also have 15 is what percent of 25. So we have this here is, goes in the numerator, excuse me, of goes in the denominator. 15, come on, 125 equals x over 100. Okay? Yes, ma'am?
Like, when do you know when it's supposed to be like that?
When it's supposed to be like that, we have our identifying words that you did a couple days ago. We have this identifying word of, as it showed in the notes a couple of days ago. Do you want me to show you where it is on our notes? Okay. Of is often related to the whole, W-H-O-L-E. Is related to the numerator as the part, and it's saying what we don't know is what percent. What percent? Okay? They're asking what percent, so we know that it's going to be x on the top right there. Okay? And it could say, like, of what number. If that was the case, then you know that it's going to be that in the denominator. When these little sentences like this are like that, every single little word matters. When it's part of a bigger thing, not so much. As we all found out when we were doing that group work. Now with the new stuff. Find the discount, double check, or interest to the nearest cent. Interest to the nearest cent. So I'm going to do this with a proportion, once again. So I have a 28%, so I have a percent, so I know that I have to throw that in there right away. 2,800. 49.95. Ooh, does that go as the part or the whole? Is that the part or the whole, Dana? What do you think? It's the part. What would be the whole then? An X? So, okay, so we're trying to find what the whole is. I'll let you think about that for a minute. Harrison? It would be the whole. It would be the whole. 49.95 is going to be the whole because we're trying to find the discount. We're trying to find the discount, and the discount is going to be related to this 28. It's going to be related to this here, right? So it's going to be less because a big number here, it's a smaller number up here in this situation because we want to be keeping our proportions proportionate. Because if you don't keep proportions proportionate, your grades are going to be quite unfortunate. What? That's for you, Max. All right. What? So I'm going to work out this one as well because I want to show you what I expect you guys to be able to do on the test tomorrow. I expect you to be able to do the 5th grade math where you... Sorry, Friday. I misspoke. Thanks. I expect you to do the 5th grade math where you do 28 times 49.95. Okay? 28 times 49.95, and I'm going to work it out. I would like you to work it out. Go ahead. Nope. There. At first, that's going to be, this video might sound really weird. See, my microphone is bouncing around. Sorry, YouTube. Okay. So we have x equals 13.9860. But we are supposed to round this to the nearest cent. And in our money only goes to 2 decimal points. Our money only goes to 2 decimal points, so this is above 4, so that means that this is going to raise up. So it's going to be, the final answer is $13.99. That's how much your discount is for off of your super sweet $50 sweatsuit. Because I know it's sweatpants and a matching sweatshirt. Yeah, this question is definitely as yeah. Your parent, yeah. Yes.
Like, where would you know where to stop at?
Where would you know where to stop?
Your numbers.
On your numbers. I don't understand.
Like, there's a 0, right? You can't take anything out of that. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. When I did this, when I was trying to shoot through this, I accidentally left out that because I didn't bring my decimal back. Okay? Now, with this next one here, we've done all that math. I'm just showing you guys what I'm expecting you guys to do. For the next two, we're just going to set them up because we've been doing this for days, and I don't want to waste time on that. So I want to make more time for doing the interest. So we have $199.99 tools at 35% off only at Rural King. I like that store. I like that store. So that would be nice. Now we have $199.99. We're going to have that be the whole $199.99. Then we are looking to find out what the discount's going to be. 35 over 100. That's how the proportion would be set up. That's how the proportion would be set up, and we're not going to do all that. But if you want to know what it all looks like, here's what I did fourth period. That's all the stuff that you'd be doing that we're not going to spend time on. Okay? It adapts a little bit because I anticipate you guys' questions better. Fourth period asks the same thing. They said, why do I always record in seventh period? It's because when I do this for the fourth time, I can anticipate your guys' questions so I can answer them as I'm doing it.
Well, because we're more quiet.
Yep, and also this goes more efficient in this period. And you guys are pretty quiet. Except for one of the videos I watched yesterday. You guys were being rowdy. All right. This one here, same situation. We're looking for the discount. The total is $1,250 refrigerator at 15% off only at Scott's Appliances. It's my name. Okay, that's how we set that up. I expect you guys to be able to do that. Once again, you'd be doing the cross products. So you'd have 100, x times 100 equals 250 times 15. You solve for x. Now let's get into what we're actually doing today. $500 at 3% a month for 15 months. We are going to do this one the way that it is on the front of your page. The way that it is on the front of your page, it tells you what the interest is, principal times the interest rate times the month. Okay, we're going to do that one like this. Then the next one we're going to do using the percent proportion. Yes, ma'am? Why would you need this in real life? Okay, for example.
I don't get the percent of it. Because, why don't you?
You know what? That's a wonderful, wonderful question. We spent a lot of time working on or talking about that, especially last period. After we answer this, I'll tell you what that what's going on with that. Okay? So we're going to work through this, and then I'll explain why one would want to know this equation or this expression. Okay? So we have $500 on the front. It says you have your principal, which is $500. Dr. Stewart, get it? Principal? No? Okay. Now, this is the part that some people had some questions about. Okay? This is the part that a lot of people had questions about. When I have 0.3%, if I want to demonstrate that as being a decimal, okay, there's two ways of writing this. Do not write this. There's two ways of writing this. I could do 0.3 over 100, okay, or I could just do it what it is and just have 0.003, okay? That's what the interest is. The other zeros came from 0.3% is this. And then 0.3 divided by 100 is that. Okay? All right. So we have 500 times 3 thousandths. Then we have time. So we have $15 a month. And I underlined these guys, or 15 months. I circled those because I want to make sure that those are the same unit. Okay, I want to make sure those are the same unit. Because it could say it's 3% a month for 15 years. Okay, you would want to make those years into months so you're dealing with the same unit. So then I'd just go 15. So I'm going to work this out. I'm going to do you can go in any order that you want to, whatever one makes the most sense to you. I think that this is pretty easy to do. 3 times 15, right? So 3 times 15, because I know how to multiply decimals, I'm just ignoring the decimals points right now. 3 times 15 is 45. Okay, but there are 3 decimals that I'm leaving out. So now I have 500 times, here's where it decimal, 1, 2, 3, 0.045. Excuse me. You with me so far? All I did is I took care of this guy because I think that one is the easiest to do. And now, that's here, and now I'm going to take care of this one. After I delete this. Doop, 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 doop. That's, I don't know what happened, but that's funny. All right, so now I have 500 times 0.45 or 0.04, 45 hundredths, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So I'm just going to go here, put the smaller number on the bottom. On the bottom. So I added those together. I got 22,500, but now I had to put the decimals back into it. There were 3 decimals in it. So I have to put 3 decimals back into here. So it's going to be 22.50. That is the interest rate because I had 3 decimals in 0.45. So I have to go 1, 2, 3 to the decimal point there.
Where'd the third decimal come from?
It's right here. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 decimal points in the question before it. Okay? So we have $22.50. That is the interest. Okay? That is the interest. Ugh. That's the interest. Now let's do this using the proportion that's in your notes. So we have 250. Since that's the principal, and in our notes above it said the principal goes where? Where does the principal go in this proportion? Where does it go? On top? You sure about that? Because if I zoomed up in our notes, I would see, yeah, right here. The principal goes here. The rate goes on the upper right. And 100 is always going to be here again. Which makes this be our x. Let's go with the, we're going to go with the r. Now, you can have it be whatever variable you want. You're fine. Just not an I or a 0. All right. Now we just did. Quiet, please. We just did. We took care of this number. We took care of this number. But look. We cannot forget that one. Now, the reason why earlier today I wasn't using this one is because this 2 years thing, we have to come back and bring it in. So don't forget that. We'll get to it in a second. So we're going to work this one out. It's going to become 100R equals 8.5 times 250. 8.5 times 250, which comes out to be, what's going on over here? Stop. Yes, sir. Because of this. First we did this method. Now we're doing this method. Get it? Method. What's that? You can do it 2 ways, but that's why I'm showing you 2 different ways. So we have 8.5 times 250, which is going to be just like 8.5 times 2.5, which is going to be 16 plus 4.25, 16. No, I'm not gonna do it in my head. I'm not thinking straight anyway. No, not use a calculator. Why would I use a calculator? Quiet. You should be working on this as well. What?
Never mind, I thought we were on the A level.
There was 1, 2, 1, 2, 5. And this is one of the reasons why I expect you guys to be able to multiply, subtract, add, divide, not in that order. But since we're not using calculators, this type of thing doesn't go away. You need to be able to do this efficiently. Yes, sir. Ah, yes, thank you. That's the order that you need to borrow stuff from people. You don't just take it and then ask. Yeah. So what we just found out was what? What is this $21.90 or 21.25? What is that? What is it? Someone? Well, you guys have been. I really like that you guys have been participating so much, but I want to mix it up a little bit. What did we just find? What is that 21.25? Yep. Interest. Yep. It's not 2 years, because 2 years is nowhere in this spot. It's nowhere in that proportion. Did he? It's just 1 year. And how many years are we doing this? It's 2. Bello, what am I going to do now? Going to multiply 21.25 by 2. 21.25 times 2. Times 2. And that's going to be 42.50. 42.50. Let's do... you guys are going to do this one still? You still have to do that one. Okay, we're going to do number 9 because it's tricky.
What's wrong with Smith?
Smithy is going to go number 11. It's just setting up proportions the same way we have been. There's nothing new about that. So, number 9 says $945 at 3.5% for 15 months. 15 months. Now, here's the trick with this one. Look, boom, annually, boom, months. Okay? What are we going to do? We can't change this part. That's what the bank said, okay? That's what the bank said. We can't change that, do it every month or year. But what we can do, we have to change this into years. How many years is 15 months max? It is 1. Is that it? 1 and 3 months. But where it is that months again? It is 1 and 3 months, but how are we going to put it into years? Cameron, do you know? Good. 3 months. And how many months are there in a year? 12. So it's 1 and 3/12. Or what? What? Go ahead, Jake. 1, not 1.3. That would be if it was 4 months. I like where your head's at, though. Cameron? 1 and 1/4. And as we would know 1/4 to be 1.25. 1.25. So I'm going to do 945 times, move that over twice to get it into a decimal, 0.035 times 1.25. That's how I'd find that one out without using the proportions. With the new one. Okay. You know, I will set up this next one. I will set up this one. You will complete it, but I'm going to set it up.
So we have to complete all the ones that
No, I do want you to complete this one, though. So we have, I'm going to do the proportions. We have our principal in the lower part. We're trying to find the interest. And then we're going to have 1.5 times, or over 100. And then eventually we're going to multiply the whole thing by 7. So I guess I could even do this. Okay, I could do that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Just at the end, I'm going to come back and multiply that whole thing by 7 because that's how much the interest is for 1 month. Okay? That's how you would set that one up. Then the answer, when you're done, is going to be 7x. Answer. So you're going to solve for x and you're going to multiply x by 7 because it's 7 months. All right. I want to get through all this. See a Smithy there. Okay. Yeah, we'll have time for this. View. Back up. Back up. 10 was... Oh, that's what I was going to do next. Thank you. Doctors divide the blood into 8 different types. Of approximately 249 million Americans, 37.4% have type O positive. O positive. How many Americans have O positive blood? Yes. Oh, my sister. Oh, I thought you said Mr. Smith. Okay. We have 37.4, so right away I'm going to put 37.4 into the numerator. We have of the approximately, look, here's of the 249 million. 249 million. We're trying to find how many people have O positive blood. But we also, well, the thing is we're not dealing with interest here, so this is going to be just a proportion that we've been working with over the last several days. This could go anywhere, but the difference is now we're dealing with decimals with them. Okay, so we work that out, and we would have 249 times 37.4, divide that by 100, and that's how many Americans have O positive. So we're not going to work that out because I expect you to be able to do that 5th grade math. Sales associates are often paid in commission. A commission is usually given as a % of the amount of the associate's sales. If computer generation pays its associates 15% commission, how much commission will be earned from the sale of $2,300? I want you to set up that proportion, and then I'll show you what I have. Yes, sir.
We already got that.
You okay? I did that. Was this class? What's that?
we never talked about how interest
We. Oh, that's right. That's right. We didn't. Thank you for reminding me. I'll put that in there. Yeah. But no, we didn't. So after this, I'll talk about that over the last couple minutes of closure. 4 minutes until the 3-minute rule. Yeah. Yes, you may. Okay, this is what you should have this set up as. We have the 23% or 2,300 as the whole. We're looking for that. We got 15 here and 100 here. Okay, you'd set that up, and you would have, what would that be? 2,300 plus 1,150. Yeah. 3,450. 3,450, so $32.50. $32.50. So you guys got? Just trying to do it in my head. No? $34.50? Ah. Inteligencia. Okay, I didn't get a chance to talk about interest. I forgot about that. Yes?
How can you use 34, 50, if there's 2 zeros in
Let's see. I'll work it out with you. Okay, so 2350 times 15 is going to be, because there's another one. Yeah, I left out a 0 because I did it in my head. So it's going to be 3450. Because I did 1 times 1.5, so it's 34,000. Yeah. $345. Is that what you got? Yeah. Yep, I had it off. I did that in my head. I left out a 0. So the commission is $345. Now, interest. The way that interest works, and stop me if this is the exact same thing I've already told you. If I were to borrow $500 from Mr. Voss here. Now, even though Mr. Voss is so generous to let me borrow $500, there's gonna need to be a benefit for him. Banks, car dealerships, pawn shops, whatever it is, they make money by giving things or money to somebody. It's called interest, and we just did the calculation for finding interest. It's the way that people make money by loaning out money. And however much money they loan out, there's a percentage of that they will be getting in addition to the money that they're paid back. That's what credit cards do. That's exactly how credit cards make their money, because they have an interest rate. So you can ask somebody what an interest rate is on a house and stuff like that. Please hold. So all right, I'm off. So it's odds only on the homework. But the bottom line is that's the way that people in finance make money off of loaning things out, because there's an interest rate. They're making money from giving money out. And people are spending money just for borrowing it. That's why credit cards are not a good thing. Okay? Because you borrow money and then you end up having to pay more for the money that you didn't have in the first place.
Yeah, but if you use the bank, they also pay you money.
That's when you have your money there, because the bank is using your money, actually. That's the bank's interest. That's the interest they give you for storing your money there, which is the opposite of loaning money. Okay, and that's it. What's that, Dana?